don't know if I would put horror in there.
Which one?
And Yellow Jackets.
Mm, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I mean, but I like, but it's like thriller, suspense to a certain extent. Like kind of what you just said. So to a certain, I mean, so if a horror movie didn't have that, is it a horror movie?
Some people would consider horror something that's like demonic. Like The Exorcist could be horror, but something like, I'm trying to think. Damn, I'm just thinking slashers right now because I guess, would you consider Scream a horror, or is that just a slasher by itself? Because you don't have a demonic entity.
That's what I was about to say. Does Scream count as a demonic? Demonic? I don't
No,
think so. I
even though
think
you say if somebody put the mask on, they get super sonic abilities or some mess like that. And I'm just like, Jason, your imagination, like, no.
why not? I think it's true. Like, cause once you put it on, they be doing extra shit. They just ain't doing like as a regular person. You don't see a regular person not dressed up, just going around acting like that. They always get bodied pretty quick, fairly quick.
Uh, yeah, I would say it's up for debate. But if we want to think about like horror movies, let's do the movie since our memory on 2022 horror shows are not isn't very good. But if we're thinking the movie side, I went back and actually looked, and it's hard. Like I don't even think it was a 2023 dropped a gang of horror movies that 2022 couldn't match. 2022 had a nice amount of movies that dropped last year. And I mean, we discussed a few of them, like Barbarian. I
Hmm.
enjoyed that. It was a very unique movie. Smile was trash, so I would say that deducts points from 2022, even though you like that dumb shit.
Oh my god! Stop hating.
It
Stop
wasn't good.
hating. I feel like you hating.
Nah. I mean, like, you remember the movie Fresh? Would you
I
consider
remember
that a
Fresh
horror?
with Sebastian. I mean suspense thriller something like that.
Well, what side are you taking?
Am I picking a side? Do I have to pick a side? Jesus
It's a
Christ.
versus.
So that was last year. So this year, let's see. Let's see. Let me pull this back up because I was just looking at it myself, man. So you got Megan.
Yo,
Um,
Megan was not horror, Jason. Yo,
it's
Megan
why
was a
not?
comedy. Megan was a comedy.
Why ain't it
Why ain't it what? A horror?
correct? Yeah,
No.
no, yeah. Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
see. You see that?
Yeah. Yes, this is live. What's up, Roomy? But Megan was a comedy. Like, it was.
Megan, I don't think Megan. I mean it can have comedic elements, but it can still be horror. So Scream don't have funny moments? Like that's what you're telling me?
Not like Megan. Like, nah, Megan was. I've even had conversations with people that was just like Megan was funny. Scream has like you got a few jokes, but like comedy, Megan is, she's
Man, hold on, let me. So we got Megan. I'm picking out the shit
all
that
right.
stood out for the year, man. So I got Megan, Scream 6. For me, A Knock at the Cabin was actually good. That's a standout for me. Evil Dead Rises. Talk to Me. You got your movie, The Last Voyage of Demeter, about
Dra-
vampires and shit.
Dracula and them.
Dracula and them. You got Saw X. You got Totally Killer. We're gonna definitely get into that a lot more. Um, Bo is Afraid actually came out this year. Pretty solid, very weird, but it did come out this year. Um, I don't think I ain't gonna mention The Exorcist, but yeah, man, it was Saw X was trash.
It
Really,
was.
so I don't think why was it trash? Saw X wasn't trash.
It
I think
changed
that
the
was
tone. It changed the tone something completely different. And I understand, like anything after Saw 4, they kind of fucked everything up. I get that. But they completely changed the tone with Saw X. So, Sai, I'm here with you. Like, you are not alone.
You're not alone. That's some bullshit. That is some
Yo.
bullshit, my boy.
Jason, you didn't see The Nun too?
I did not see the Nun too. I really got to do a better job with that franchise in totality. I still think The first one is the only one I seen, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. So I think you tripping.
He not though. But like the Nun 2 was pretty good. It finished after it was like events close to the first one. So that was dope. The fact that you didn't have the blackening on your list is kind of crazy to me. You
So
damn
I
sound black.
wasn't. So look. I wasn't
Explain.
putting that. I wasn't putting the black in it because now that is a true comedy in my eye. That's more of a comedy if we doing the Megan. But if I got Megan, sure, I'll put the black in it because I got horror movie elements in it.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
I
a
think that's
slasher.
fair. But I mean, I definitely gonna put the reading in there with Monique. Got to
You
put that.
gotta, you got to, because nobody in 2022 or 2023 was running like Monique. Because
Nah,
damn,
not in a horror movie. How you doing, Summer? How you doing?
yo, Monique, I just want to go back and watch that just to see that scene. Like, I'll fast forward through everything else because it was so fucking terrible. But I just want to go see Monique running around her house.
That
Like,
was man. That was a moment though. That was a moment. So ultimately here. So for people that's just coming in, me and Jazz are comparing horror to last year, which we feel like could not be topped this year versus 2023. So Jazz, if you had to pick which year you're riding with, what year you picking?
I think I would have to do uh, double dutch. I got to do 2023. Like, I got to. Because Dracula and them enjoyed it a lot. Of course, I definitely enjoyed Scream 6 a lot more than Scream 5.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Talk to Me, dope. I was trying to decide whether that one and Dracula and them was going to be in my top horror. I'm still marinating, but nothing has come close to me from those two movies. Totally Killer. I enjoyed that. That movie was so much fun. It was so much fun to watch. And I've seen a few people give it like mid kind of credit ratings.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, damn, I guess I'm the only one who had this amazing experience of seeing something that mixed Scream and Back to the Future. Like,
I
and you
I
told
told
me, you,
I said I didn't want to give it away because that was
yeah,
the selling point. But I like Jazz favorite movies, Back to the Future, Scream, and it was like you gotta give. You did you by chance you check out the conference by chance? I don't know if you started it,
I
ended
did.
it.
I was gonna wait to let you know my reaction when we got on here so I can see your face.
Okay, go ahead,
Y'all,
go ahead, go ahead.
y'all, y'all. Jason was like, Jazz, when you get a chance, check out this movie on Netflix. I was like, okay, cool. If it was giving me totally killer vibes, I'll enjoy it. He did not tell me it was not in English. So I turned this on and I'm like, oh, so this is what we doing. Oh shit. Thanks for the heads up that I did not receive. All right, bet. And so it's dubbed. Like, I just let it the dub version play. I was like, I'm not gonna be reading subtitles because I was doing other stuff. So I was like, we'll see. And let's see how long it takes for the bodies to drop. It didn't take long, but everybody was stupid. It was a
Everybody.
movie full of idiots. The deaths were crazy. I was like, whoa, oh, okay. Like, very strange. But nah, my nigga, that was not a good movie.
It wasn't good.
I didn't.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it was just like it was different. I mean, I get not necessarily too different, but as far as how he was killing them, he was kind of smart in it. But I did kind of figure I'm like, yeah, it's probably gonna be somebody connected to this guy that's
It,
doing this.
yeah, always is. It's always somebody's random family member.
Bro, he was getting them the fuck out of here though.
How, so, all right. If it's a room of six of us and a killer comes in, only one killer, this is a man. He ain't show no demonic type of powers or nothing. Why are all six of us running away from this one person?
That's a great question, Jazz. Last night I was at the Fever Candlelight Festival, and I was making a horror movie. I made a horror movie with everybody that was there. I told them who was gonna be the killer and why. And it was like, so I look mean or something. I was like, nah, you just knew. I don't trust you. I don't know you. So I think it's you. And I'm gonna pick him because he's just a wild card. He just seemed like he'd do something wild in that. But if there was a killer that walked into a room with six people, are you sacrificing yourself?
So I'm gonna be like, y'all, let's just gang up on him. Let's
Mhm.
charge at him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not running away because I
It's
that's
not that's not what I asked you.
you know what, Jason?
Somebody's going to get stabbed and probably die in that situation.
You
So
right.
it's six of y'all.
So
Are
this
you
what I'm
gonna
gonna
be the
do.
one?
This what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be get talking to the group, and the one person I feel like should go ahead and take that L, I'm gonna hype him up the most. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, Becky, listen, we got this. You strong, and you look like you know that you can survive this situation. I'm gonna hype her up to the fullest, so she can get stabbed first, and then I can try to take the knife out of the person's hand and just tell them that she went out like a gangster."
So let me ask you this. So since we here, so you have me, it's you. You got Sai, you got Tori, you got Crystal, you got Romy, you got you got Land, and we got Summer. Who are you hyping up to go take this night to who are you hyping up in this situation?
Well, I'm automatically taking everybody who I've met in person off that list. Sorry, y'all. The connection isn't as strong if I haven't met you in person. So, Cy laughs at a lot of my jokes, so I'm definitely keeping Cy. Tori and that molasses. Ooh, and she eat candy corn. I don't. But then again, me and Tori we connect. So let's see who else in here. Who is concerned? I don't know who that is. So concerned. Shout out to you. You can do this. Crystal, of course. Concerned, you got this. You deserve to take the brunt of whatever is coming. Like, I mean, who you picking, Jason?
Look here. So this is my Bruce Wayne come in. I think I can get out of this. I'm gonna sacrifice myself.
Jason, oh,
I think I can do it.
Jason always trying to risk his life.
I think I can do it. I think I'm gonna be the one to make a sacrificial play for the team. So y'all ain't, I'm gonna put y'all on my back, and I promise we're gonna come out. We're gonna come out of it. We're gonna
So
come out.
I will say this though, even though I don't mind sacrificing somebody if I'm at full health, but if I get hurt in the midst of running away from the killer, do not carry me out. Just leave me. I do not need to slow us down. I will be a diversion. So that's me risking my life for the team when I'm at 50% health. You think I would do that 100? Hell no. I got something to live for.
Man, look here. So when it comes to any of that, it's definitely not. I'm not doing that. Well, that's okay. So I mean, I'm definitely when it comes to Jazz, we understand when Jazz gets into one of them situations, it's not Jazz not the one to run. You better leave her where she is. That's the end of that.
It's true. It is. Like, I'm not like zombies, if they're the running kind. Oh, I'm out of here. I'm not even going to try to survive. They got to be able to walk for me to like try to find the will to live. But if it's like World War Z or 28 Days Later, nope.
All right, so let me
Nah,
see.
I don't want none of that. Everybody know Jason want to be Batman so bad. Call him Bruce.
All right, so let me see. All right, all
What
right.
you got?
The next thing, or the next thing on the docket, the best horror movie of the year. Um, it's been quite a few. It's been quite a few. I can run down the list of things that I have seen if you need a memory jogger, but I'm sure you have your pick.
It was between Dracula and them and Talk to Me. And only because it's between them, Dracula and them had the suspense, and I like it left me like, oh shit. Granted, Talk to Me did too, but I just didn't get enough bodies. I only got one body from that movie that somebody died. Like, no, y'all playing with spirits and shit.
Playing with the church money.
Yeah, like, nah, die please. So it's between them. I'm not. It's hard for me to choose between them. So can I give each one 50-50?
So before I answer this question myself, what do you guys think is the best horror movie if you're a horror movie person? I don't know. Everybody not into horror movies like we are. I'm big into them. And
Yeah, definitely drop what the your favorite horror movie was of this year. I'm gonna try to see how many people pick Dracula in them, which is of course the last voyage of the Demeter. Um, I mean, it's like when you think about a lot of these horror movies, they kind of fall flat on their storyline. Like, and you get irritated with some of the characters. Like, Evil Dead Rise was good, but the characters were foolish, like so stupid. And then I just be sitting there like,
I think I've asked you this before. Is there a movie where you have highly intellectual people trying to get away from the killer?
so yeah. So basically, where people got common sense to where they can try to survive.
Correct.
Uh, I mean, the Nun too. Granted, they were on a mission to go fuck with spirits. Escape Room. That was actually a good movie.
The first one?
I like the first one better than the second one.
Yeah, I agree. The first one was good. The second one, I was like, okay, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
It almost like,
that was pretty cool. But I'm curious, like, they try to keep the story going with that. And are they supposed to come out with a part three?
I believe so, possibly.
I think they're supposed to come out with a part three. But let me see. If anybody say Cocaine Bear is their favorite horror movie this year, I'm gonna judge you.
So before I do that, last night I had a great idea, great thing. This is something for the people. We're going to see, can you guess where this music comes from? We're going to start off with something easy, something simple. It's Halloween coming. You get to take the kids out. This is the first song. Can you guess what this song is? Like I said, it's
That's so easy.
I mean, why not make it easy? No, no, no. Let's see.
What? X Files. Right, that is easy. Lord,
We're trying to get harder. Like, what's up? What's
that was easy.
we trying to get hard with it? Like, what's
What
no
was your
one
favorite
will
horror
save.
movie?
No one will save you. That's on my list, Summer. That's definitely on my list. Talk to me. I think Talk to Me is going to be the one I'm riding with. Um, because it deals with possession. That's something I don't fool with. When it comes to movie. Um, the lead wasn't smart, but I do think she was young. So I do think that kind of plays into in her and why she was so easy to be possessed, or why it latched on to her.
Oh,
Uh, let's see.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah,
But
talk to me. I like some of this. I haven't. Have you seen all these, the ones that I've been putting up, Jazz?
um, in the document, or are you talking about what people been dropping in the chat?
The people that's been dropping. So no one will save you. That's on my list. That's on like this. That's been on every top 10 best movies to watch for the year. I haven't seen that. I recently
Oh
watched
yeah,
Hush because you told me
Hush
we
was
go.
fire.
We're getting into what's his name?
Flanagan, Mike.
We're getting into Mike Flanagan. That's his production. So
Listen,
we're gonna get into Mike. We're gonna get into a Mike Flanagan versus Ryan Murphy discussion.
man,
We're gonna
listen.
have it. We're gonna have it. We're gonna talk about that. Because he got one of the best shows of the year out right now.
One of, I will say the best show that I've seen.
The
But
reason
it's,
I say one of is
I
because
know, I
I've
know,
seen a lot of good TV.
a lot of stuff been dropping.
I
But
think Jazz. I think this you did too, Jazz. You tapped out of this show as well, right?
I did. It was kind of weird. Was it Cabinets and Curiosities?
Wait a minute. Now he said it was too scary.
Uh,
Mm.
it was weird. I didn't go back to it. I gotta be. I might try to check it out, circle back with it, but I didn't. I definitely didn't finish it. Ooh, Summer said Mike over Ryan Murphy. Oh yeah, you gotta stick around for that one. That's gonna be a good conversation.
Summer might be the reason I really got into Mike Flynn, like actually started to dive into him, just some of the conversations that she was having. So yeah, I appreciate you for that. So the worst horror movie of the year for me, it belongs to The Exorcist. Um, the Exorcist took that. I was yeah, nah. It had some great elements, but they missed on more than they got. So that's on my list.
I'm not mad at that. I will say mine is A Haunting in Venice. I saw that in theaters and I was pissed off because I saw it in theaters with $5 off. So even at a discount, I was mad at that bullshit.
I do apologize, concern. We don't mean we not even supposed to be labeling. We're gonna say names moving forward just to make sure.
Don't say we, you. That was you.
You gonna throw me out there like you gonna throw me under the bus like that? I will
They're
we see.
watching.
I tell you know what? I take it all back. If we do a sacrificial play, I'm throwing Jazz out there. I'm putting Jazz in the front. I'm just gonna hold her up actually and just walk her that way.
You won't get a chance. You will not get a chance. Because honestly, Jason, you the person in the group I'm hyping up. Get that motherfucker out of here. Bruce Wayne would not sit around Jason and not do nothing. You want to be Bruce so bad.
Bruce
So
Wayne
go
done
ahead.
died. Bruce Wayne done died for the last 10 years. It's fine. It's okay. I don't have to follow him.
Oh
Um
yes, Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. I need to check that out because I've been hearing been seeing it pop up, but I haven't been able to see it because it's not on like regular streams yet, right?
I liked it though. It's definitely like one of, I feel like I'm gonna say, is it a hood movie? Um it
Is it
definitely
better
give
than
you
a Is it better than a Tubi movie?
it'll probably give you two movie vibes. It'll actually make you like Tales from the Hood almost type how that is shot or how it looks.
Mm,
That's the kind of feel that it gave to me.
okay, that's funny. That episode drops tomorrow. Y'all be sure to subscribe and check out our Tales from the Hood episode dropping tomorrow. Yes, that
Yes,
episode
quick promo,
hilarious.
quick promo.
Look,
Um, so we got a lot of new movies coming. Um, part twos, part ones, different things like that. Of course, we just talked about Talk to Me. Of course, we get a part two that's coming. I think based on the podcast we had, it gave me a lot of different reasons why I'm okay. With the part two.
finally, it only took a 3 hour conversation, but that episode was fire, so I'll highly recommend checking that out. But yes, so movies like that do deserve a sequel, long as it's written right, but not stuff like Smile, which I hope does not get a sequel.
Smile, Smile is getting a sequel.
I know.
Smile is good. I'm sorry you didn't like it. I hate that you didn't. But it follows. It follows. They're making a part two. What they following?
So I don't think it was like I think it's like it's a bunch of them motherfuckers following people, like a bunch of spirits. I don't think it's like the actual people are following the ghosts. So I think they're putting more monsters in play. Which, if you remember how that movie was, it was just random naked people following the person that they're trying to kill. So does that mean y'all gonna have more naked people following different people on campus? They ain't gonna be nice naked bodies, Jason. You saw the first one. Everybody body just looked, woo.
Wasn't to your liking.
I mean, I
So
wasn't checking for it anyway, but
they
I was
put
just like, why they ain't got no clothes
they
on?
put your Vontae in a movie. You gonna
Look,
be.
I'm going to be there. I'm advanced screening. What? Hey, I'm about a whole row out where I'm at. Feel like I'm rich.
What are you gonna be doing? Why you need a whole row? That's some Barry type. That's what Barry do. Barry by the seats beside him. He don't want to sit by people.
I mean, it just made me feel like it's like VIP. This is my movie. Smile was overrated. Yes. Thank you,
Smile,
Summer.
Smile was not overrated. I don't like that. I don't like that disrespect. Did you have another new movie? Well, fingers crossed. They are supposedly Sac Afra is coming. They're in the final talks to make a deal. So hopefully we can stop some cancellations of some TV shows. Hopefully we can
Yeah.
get some new movies created, made, because a lot of stuff isn't filming because of that. So we have that. I think the last,
I
well,
know
Maxine. I know Maxine is coming next year.
I did see that we are getting a Black Phone 2 that has a summer 2025 date of dropping. And Black Phone was dope. Like we definitely enjoyed that movie with Ethan Hawke. We did a whole review on it.
Yeah. Now I wonder, you think they're gonna go back to how he became the way
Yeah,
he became?
you need a prequel.
You think a prequel?
I mean, I don't know what else it could be.
This is true.
What
This
you
is
gonna
true.
give it after? The kid's dead already. What it's just like, oh, after Smile, then it's. But he also killed the Prowler. Yeah, True Detectives. Oh man.
There's a new True Detective coming. There's women.
Oh, with the ladies, it's
It's
in
women this time.
Alaska.
It's women
Yes,
this time, and it comes out next year.
yes, yeah, I did see that.
I'm definitely excited for Maxine. I just had a freaking argument with the guy that said that
Oh, you talking about
uh,
Swerve?
he doesn't like Mia Goth. He said he doesn't like the way she talks, which I mean that's fine. We all have somebody that comes on screen. We just like, nah, I can't do it. Mine, you asked Rashida Jones, uh the young lady that was the gold digger in the Queen Latifah and Common basketball movie.
Paula
Right.
Patton?
Oh
You
yes,
don't
I
like
hate
Paula Patton?
when Paula Patton come on the screen. I run. I can't watch it. I don't watch movies with Paula Patton. You
You
like
didn't
you
like?
like
I mean, she's kind of the same person in all her movies, but she's been in some movies that I enjoyed. Like I enjoyed Deja Vu with her and Denzel. I enjoyed Jumping the Broom with her and Mother's Milk from The Boys. And I enjoyed her in. I mean, she was irritating and just right, but
Mm-mm.
she was in another movie. Paula Patton. I mean, she definitely plays the same
I'm
role.
good. I'm good on Paula. I'm good on Paula. Like on my mama, I'm good with her.
Is it because
Like
she sounds prissy?
it's because she sounds like no. I'm good on her. So so Jazz, is it a it's an actor or actress that you see you just like I can't. I
Yes,
can't.
it's was it Chris Pine?
Chris Pine, you be hating on my guy.
I don't hate on him. I just don't like him. I mean, but I like. Well, I didn't. I mean, Wonder Woman 1 was good. Never tried Wonder Woman 2 because I said he's dead. Why is he back? I don't care. But I liked him in Horrible Bosses too, and he was in Don't Worry, Darling.
I didn't watch. I
Scarlett
didn't watch
Johansson hate. That's crazy. They probably was cheering when Black Widow died.
that.
Yo, that is too funny. But
uh,
damn,
the other thing here was I know we talked about Halloween. We talked about Halloween. A24 had acquired them, but they didn't. They lost a bid. Um, Somebody else outbid them, and they took the product. So it's going to be another Halloween movie, but A24 doesn't. They got outbid for Halloween.
that sucks. Damn, that sucks. Because
uh,
A24 is like they've dropped a lot of great projects, and A24 was actually like the first studio to give the writers what they wanted. So that's why they were able to go back to work with some of their projects. So that's fucked up.
A24, I just recently really found out that they're still recovering from a lot of movies that they put big budgets into that they didn't really get returns on. Boys Afraid is one of them, which I don't know why they gave Ari Aster that much money to do the movie. It's probably, I think, more their budget. Well, based on that movie, I can see what the budget went to, but yeah, I don't think they um I don't think they should have did it with them. Yeah, it was just a bit much. But A24, they're revamping, they're trying to get larger IPs over there. So hopefully at some point uh,
Yeah,
they can get that figured out.
especially with the success of Talk to Me.
Hmm.
I mean, that's one of theirs as well. Then they dropped another big project this year. So I mean, A24, and they swept the Oscars last year with Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't
Mm-hmm.
saying I'll be pocket watching, but I see the success.
Yeah. But if you get success, you got the losses too. They just don't them just ain't as loud as the wins that we see.
That's good because you don't never want your losses to be loud. Well, I mean, I definitely wouldn't. But
So before we get into the Murphy and Flanagan, I want to save that for after that TV show discussion because that makes more sense.
what does?
Murphy versus Flanagan,
Oh,
like
it does.
yeah. So we're gonna save that. Um,
I need as much.
Parasite,
I need as much
Par-
time to just lust over this series as possible.
Paras- Parasite is on my watch list, but I have not seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't
Um,
seen that one.
um, so do you want to get into TV shows? Or you want to try to build a movie first?
Let's build a movie, Jason. Do you have your
Uh,
movie ready to build?
Um, I think I do. I think
Okay.
I do.
Just to give our viewers and listeners, because this will be available on streams as well, insight of what the context is, I told Jason to pick two horror movie elements, or excuse me, two elements that were in horror movies that dropped this year. And what two elements would he bring to his own movie if he was creating one? And so, Jason, do you have your two elements?
I do.
And
Uh,
let me ask this, with your two elements, how would you pitch your movie?
whew,
I probably should have gave you a heads up on that one
you
prior.
should. You should. However, it's what I've always been saying, but now it's going to work. So we are at this party is let's take a ride. We're in college. We're gonna get these kids. They're gonna be of age. In this situation, we're in college. We're seniors at a party. First element is talk to me. That's gonna be the element. Kids they playing with possessed things, playing with the doll. Kid gets possessed. Boom. And then as the movie as it goes on, you just kind of see the changes and the evil possessing this kid till they become a killer. They begin, of course, slashing their friends, going through the school, but on some demonic, they still are human, but they have some demonic entity in them. So we can actually explain how they can get from this side of the room to the other side of the room. So you can actually do it that way. Uh, but yeah, those are the two elements that I would go into because, of course, I'm a big slasher fan. And oftentimes we don't know why they can do this. It's just like shit, that shit, and maybe that makes it more eerie. But if you was to see that, you would be like, okay, that I can't even take that out because that's how they did that.
Okay, I like that. All right, so my two elements, one of them will be from the last voyage of the Demeter, aka Dracula and them. Except it won't be like I guess a goods ship moving goods from one coast to the next. It will be a cruise line, but this cruise line is one of the oldest boats that has been sailing, and this is the last trip this cruise line is going on. So everybody wants to get on this cruise ship. And then as you have passengers on this boat, they learn the history of this cruise ship. And it's a dark, scary type of shit because some evil motherfucker had a book. And where that book come from?
The
Evil
Evil
Dead.
Dead.
So of course, you got people on the boat, they just, oh, what's this? They go investigate some dark ass area under the boat. And then instead of it actually being it's it's not a book. It's like a map. Ooh, this is coming off the dome now. So it's just like pieces of a map, which takes them to the next pieces of the map. And then them stupid motherfuckers get all the pieces of that map together. It only take them 10 minutes. Don't ask me why short time because then we need to start having people dying. And so they get the map together. Shout out to you, Summer. And
Summer, what's
then
up? What's up? What you want? What you
and,
want?
and then once they put the map together, you start seeing spirits and shit. But you were seeing them a little bit when they was getting the map pieces, but they came like full on Ghostbuster vibes, spirits. So people dying on the boat, people seeing random shit on the boat. The food not as good no more. But then it come to find out, oh, I don't want to say this shit was like one of the ships that they was moving the slaves through because I don't want to put that trauma on there. But then it'd be like dead slaves killing the folks on this boat. Oh, and some of the people that was on that boat list were like descendants of those fucking slave masters. Jason, tell me that's not fire.
So look here. First off. Tomorrow, on tomorrow's podcast, I came up with 3 original ideas. See, this wasn't the concept when me and Jazz talked about it. She just said come up with 2 elements. But yeah, she just kicked my ass here. But when you go on tomorrow, I kicked Jazz ass. But Crystal won that. Crystal's thought. Y'all should hear what she said. I don't want to say it, but I think you should listen to the podcast and listen to what Crystal's movies was. Because I was like, a little tear came out because one, Crystal is blossoming. That's the first thing. But number 2, her ideas, all 3 of them were like dope. I need them in. I need short films, something.
How am I?
Thank you.
I rig. How? All of that just came off the dome. Like where it was going, it was just.
It's a whole lot of it's a whole lot of dome, so that's why I came.
You know what? I'll take that big head joke because that was a fire ass idea. So, and if y'all see a movie or a script like that in like a year and a half, and my name ain't on it, them motherfuckers copied it from the pod. I hope they subscribe. At least subscribe if you're gonna steal my ideas. So.
1899. That's one of the three series, right? Like it's like the 17, 18. Right?
I didn't see that one. That's on Netflix though, right?
It's the 3-part concern. That's a 3-part series. Or am I tripping?
It sounds familiar, but I'm not familiar with it. I think it was one of the things that I scrolled. No, what? Nah, you didn't need to repeat that in the chat. Yo, don't post that. Oh, here you go.
1899. I did not watch that, but I did hear it was a fire series. I didn't watch that one. Okay, that's different. That's different. So let's get into some TV shows, some horror TV shows, man. This year has been filled with them. The one I didn't put this down, but I do want to talk about it because I do feel we're gonna treat this. I'm gonna treat this like a sandwich. We got to start with love, beat a nigga up, and then we're gonna leave. We're gonna end with love. The Last of Us. The Last of Us. I think that was an amazing show. Oscar Grant. What's not Oscar Grant, but I'll do R.I.P. to Oscar Grant.
What?
What's it?
You're talking about Pedro, or
yes,
you're talking about Oberyn from Game of Thrones.
Yes. If you're into the video game, which I didn't, I played a little bit of it, so I didn't really have any history with that. But the show itself is amazing, top to bottom. I think they're going. I think award shows is. I don't know if they're going to bring her back yet because they had to stop because of the writing strike. So I don't know if they're going to come back. But when they do, if they do, they're going to clean up. That show is going to clean up a lot at the on Oscars, that, Grammys, not the Oscar, the
Emmys.
Emmys, yes, Emmys. That's the one. Emmys, Golden Globes. They're gonna clean up when it comes to that. Did you enjoy that series, Jazz?
The Last of Us, yeah. I love that. I mean, like, so that dropped the beginning of this year.
Yes, it came out in January. It came out in January.
It's like we watch so much stuff. I never remember when stuff dropped. I just be like, oh, I remember watching it. But no, I absolutely loved it. Like, I thought it was very creative. Because I remember you was pretty much telling about some stuff, and I was just like, okay. And plus, like the cast, performance, the storyline, all of that was dope. And then it had our girl from Yellow Jackets in it as well. So the mom, the crazy, I can't remember the character's name, but she was in The Last of Us. She was the one that was in charge of the whole mob.
Oh, okay, I got you. But they also had your girl from Game of Thrones. It's Bella.
Oh yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. But like I said, we're gonna start with love. We're gonna beat somebody up. The Changeling.
Listen.
with Lakeith Stanfield on Apple.
Yeah.
The first 4 episodes are amazing. Um, I really enjoyed that entire um the refugee story with the mom, the storyline with the mom. Well, I'm not gonna we Summer. I mean, we're not gonna go too much into it, but the first 4 very strong. The last 4, hmm, hmm.
All right. So I'll say this. No spoilers. This is a show that had a lot of Easter eggs, and I think will have a greater value once you do the rewatch, with the understanding of this is not a complete story. And that's what pissed me off the most about it, because some are like, I won't finish. I mean, it's good. You definitely should finish, but I just feel like if you are going to have this kind of cliffhanger, you need to have already had season 2 approved. Because what if they don't come back? Because, like, with obviously the actor strike, they were talking about a lot of shows might not come back. And this is like the cliffhanger in this was stupid. And Jason, I know we've been on here, we've recorded how I love cliffhangers and you just think they full of shit. But a cliffhanger when you know more is coming is better than a cliffhanger that the show never comes back. And Mindhunter is one of them. They're not even bringing that show back, and it sucks because it was a great series on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
But they
Mm-hmm.
were just like, the show was too expensive. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, people love fucking crime shows. Put Ryan Murphy name on it. Guarantee you it'll be successful, because Dahmer, which was crazy as shit, one of their biggest series.
The Watcher
But
too.
The Watcher, I mean, we can. Oh, I guess we slide into our Murphy and Flanagan over there. But yeah, the Changeling, that cliffhanger was very mean. That's all I got.
Maybe you see how I felt when we finished Across the Spider Verse, but
But you
it
knew
was
the
probably it probably was worse though. It's
this
probably
one
worse
was
than that.
worse, because I'm just sitting there like, it was the shortest episode. What the fuck I'm supposed to do with 37 and 28 seconds?
Mm.
37 minutes and 28 seconds when all of the other episodes were like an hour. They should
Mm.
get their ass beat for that, because the audacity is ridiculous.
And in by chance, if you don't know, if you're just coming in, we're talking about The Changeling. It is on Apple Music. I keep saying Apple Music. It's on Apple TV, starring Lakeith Stanfield. It is about a man um, who falls in love with a lady, a librarian. They get married. They have a kid, and then a demonic entity or something. Maybe I don't know what some things happen within a relationship. She goes missing. The baby goes missing, and Lakeith is on the hunt to find them. But
Yeah,
that's what I want to give without spoiling it.
right.
The spoiler. But now we're gonna the one of the best. Jazz says the best TV show
It is.
that came out this year. I'm not ready to go with that.
It's
Um,
okay. You can live in denial for the next 2 months. Jazz will not.
the
The,
fall of the House of Usher. I'm gonna let Jazz lead this because
listen,
she was really excited.
I enjoyed this movie, excuse me, this series way more than I should have, but I don't care. I'm I'm cool enough to say, like, yeah, I love that shit. I've watched it probably twice. Yeah, along with the other stuff that I watched. Like, I definitely got this in maybe 2 to 3 times, but whatever. The story, the script, like, everybody showed up for work because their rent was due every single day. Like, it was so wild to me how they incorporated the Ellen Allen Edgar Poe. Which one is it?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Him. It was dope how they incorporated his books, and just like, my mind was blown at the end of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike rarely misses, and everybody who I've even spoken to about this series said they absolutely loved it. They were able to binge it hella quick. Yes. Oh, so Summer, let me ask you this: did you enjoy? So if it wasn't your favorite, that means yeah. So that means you like Midnight Mass more. because I definitely just recently watched Midnight Mass, and that was pretty good, and that was also from Mike Mike. But
Hmm.
Mike Mike got a nice collection. Because Jason, how did you feel about Midnight Mass?
Midnight Mass. I enjoyed Midnight Mass. I love the twists, where basically a vampire was the angel that they was getting their blessings from. I guess.
Wait, Angel,
Yeah,
you
he said
saw what it? Oh, that's
what
you
he
saw what
said. He said
he.
he said. Look, Jad. It was.
Did
It
you see
was
that Angel? Yo,
he said you may be afraid. You know, if you see where these blessings really coming from.
Jason, that motherfucker look like he fresh off the dementia. That's what he look like. From Dracula and him. That's what he look like. Yo. Imagine coming into church. You see a motherfucker with wings and he just pounce on you and starts sucking your blood. Oh,
Bruh.
that's an angel?
So the one thing I do so the climax when the guy, the main guy we following the entire time gets bit, and he's on the boat with the girl from Hush. That was a scene.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen something like that before though, where they finally.
So they did that in 30 Days of Night, except they weren't on a ship. They were on like the top of a cliff. And he sacrificed himself and the sun came up. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but that movie dropped like 15 years ago, so whatever. But
I'm
that's
thinking
when
I'm thinking Avengers. That's not what I was thinking, but Avengers did that as well. Tony did it, Thanos did it. Whenever they make it to that plane, whatever that little plane was, that was, I mean,
oh, got
similar,
you.
similar, but no,
You
it's
said
it's different.
Tony. You talking
They
about
they they cut they
Hawkeye?
no, it's Tony. They cut Tony's version out though. But
Oh,
there's a
for real?
version when when he snaps, he goes into it. He talks to his daughter as an adult, and then it shows him dead.
Oh, I did see that. I was like, all right, that was one like, didn't need it. Some stuff you'd be happy or sad they didn't add it, but then other stuff you just be like, all right, didn't need that too much.
But yeah, nah, them she said there wasn't no that priest was for there was no angel. But man, look, he blessed a little girl with learning how to walk again.
Yo, when she got up, I said, wait a minute, what demonic activity is happening? And then once you find out what was really happening, look, you gotta treat communion different after that. Like, nah, y'all got the pre packages. I don't need you add no extra shit to my communion, my grapefruit juice. But you come to find out, like everybody, yeah, that was
So
wild.
I will say, like when it Mike doesn't have a problem killing off leads. He doesn't have a problem, you know, when it comes to these movies, these stories, when he's telling them, everybody is on the chopping block. And that's the one thing you like about them movies or shows, because it's like when I'm watching it, there's no telling who can go. I see y'all mentioning the Midnight Club. I watched the Midnight Club. It's definitely a bit like I feel like it was more like a teeny bopper. Like respectfully, it did feel more like a kids horror show, but it definitely had the adult elements that we needed as far as some of the conversations, to the kids being sick inside that home where they couldn't leave. So that one touched your heart in a lot of them stories, because a lot of them kids didn't make it. But that's not necessarily something that was going on. They was just sick.
Did you cry?
Um, the girl in the girl in the wheelchair kind of messed me up. The girl in the wheelchair. Well, she's not in a wheelchair really, but she's in she was the wife she was the wife of the husband in Fall of the House of Usher. So yeah, she was in that. Well, a lot of them was in
It
that.
was a lot of them. Like you
It's
gotta be more
always
specific.
a lot of them. I mean, the one the white the okay the main Usher's wife, his second wife, the last wife, she was the crackhead.
Oh, the crackhead got you.
I said crackhead. I'm sorry. She was the
Oh
drug
yeah,
user. She
yes.
was the drug user.
She was the survivor out of everything. Spoiler
she
alert.
she was.
I mean, it
She
kind of
was.
tells you at the beginning where this movie is going. So, not too much of a spoiler alert. But no, like one thing that we can definitely tell between Mike and Ryan Murphy is they recycle a lot of their talent.
Hmm.
which I think is great because that chemistry, which is unmatched. Now, for all of those that's listening, if you had to get somebody to write a project that you wanted to work with, who are you picking? Are you picking Mike, aka Michael Flanagan, or are you picking Ryan Murphy? Now, some of the projects that both of them have worked on that they hands in, of course, Ryan Murphy, American Horror Stories, which has gotten trashed after Apocalypse, but that's just my opinion. Because I haven't even checked out the new season. Uh, I think it's American Horror Stories Delicate with Kim Kardashian. I ain't even tried to watch that shit at all whatsoever. But Jason, who would you pick between those two if you
I'm
got to
definitely
choose?
I'm definitely picking Mike. I'm definitely picking Mike Flanagan. Um, I do feel like they're. I do feel like while their horror is similar, I do feel like it's a little bit different. Because as far as when it comes to Flanagan, the stuff I've seen him has been majority horror. I've never seen anything outside of that. So with Ryan Murphy, I do watch like 911. I do watch them two shows. Like
Mm,
I've watched American Horror Story to a certain extent. I did watch the Dahmer. I did watch the Dahmer show. I watched The Watcher, which was so big. First two episodes great, and then it's just like what the fuck.
yeah,
Um,
that shit dragged. Yeah,
it was just like so like the watcher was just like one of the ones like he was like, man, I hope it's and it's like, damn, we don't even get they just fucking just crazy at that point. It's just like they are insane because they're not letting go of this to a certain extent. The husband wasn't letting go. The wife let go, but she was following him. So
right. I honestly feel like Mike Flanagan can end a series better than Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy has a difficult time ending a series to where it will drag on or it just be something completely random. Just be like, wait, what? But like I've seen like a nice amount of Mike Flanagan's projects. I'm never sitting there like, what? I'm confused. So he definitely does a great job with ending all of his stuff. Because I'm in the process of rewatching The Haunting on Hill House. Great series, absolutely loved it. Bly, it was a bit mid. It wasn't as good. Sorry. Summer, why did you cry at that? And then it also had Sis from You. It had Love.
love, yeah.
Yeah, I think actually Haunting on Hill House was the first thing that I saw her in. And then I saw her in You. I was like, oh, you played a completely different type of character because
She was working though. She be working though.
I haven't seen her in anything recently, but she's pretty good.
Let me
So
see, go down through here. Hush. You like Oculus as well? I know that's something you keep telling me to watch.
Oculus was good.
And Mike, that's one of Mike's
I
as
mean,
well.
you got Pose, which is Ryan Murphy. You have
I think Ryan probably has a larger catalog, but
he
I
does.
and sometimes I think like feel like because of that he got his hands in too many things. So and I don't know what he's doing on those other projects as well. Like what is he doing when it comes to all these different things? And sometimes, like I said, more is good financially, but sometimes more isn't better. So like as far as substance, I guess.
It's basically like quality over quantity.
Yeah, there we go.
But nah, I mean, honestly, you can tell when Ryan doesn't have his hand in it for me because like he also has a series on Netflix called Ratchet where he was working with Sarah Paulson, which great series, definitely up his alley. But I mean, it's just those like horror American horror stories. I stopped watching that after like episodes 2 because I was like his intern's working on this shit. I was like, nah. But I hope success goes their way. But but I do agree with you. I think he got like his hand on a lot of projects to where it's a lot to juggle.
I'm with Tori. The the Bastard Son, the Bastard Son of the Devil and Dead. That was a great series. Only one season. That was so trash. But that was actually that was a dope series. That's something that could have been like, yeah, they could have went a few seasons, a few rounds with that. That was dope. That was dope. um, but yeah, man, movies. Some movies that you wanted to get into, Jazz. I think that Totally Killer, which is a slasher slash Back to the Future slash.
Right.
So when you turned this on, how did this hit for you? What were you when you got into it? What were you thinking about
I was vibing when I watched this, and it caught me off guard because I did not expect a fight scene like 20 minutes into the movie.
it?
It's like I was watching a karate movie, and I was like, wait, I thought this was a slasher. And so I was just, it grabbed me at that point. I was like, oh, they really, really killing people in this. Like, I enjoyed it. I thought the movie was entertaining. I mean, you can find your faults in a movie, but I'm just like, let me watch it for entertainment and see if I enjoy the script, the dialogue, the characters, and where it was going. Now, the first time I watched it, I didn't. I missed like the last 10 minutes, so I had to go back and rewatch because I didn't know who the killer was. I was like, oh, but it was cute. It was different,
It
unique. What you
was.
think?
It was. I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, Totally Killer. It is a movie about a town where a murder happened. Was it 30 years? It was 30 years ago because it was in the 80s. There was a murder about 35 years ago in a small town where a guy killed three. He killed three young ladies. One not one night, but over a span of a time span. Um, and they never found him. Years later come, and the gentleman, not the gentleman, but years later, and somebody is now, well, killer is back. He kills this young lady, and the main character of the actual story she wants to, if possible, go back in the past to stop the killer from ever beginning to kill, to possibly save her lost parent. Without giving away too much. But yeah,
Right.
it definitely follows all the rules of a horror movie with a little bit of Back to the Future in it, which I love movies like that where they kind of explain why um
Things are happening.
why things are happening, but also um how time travel happens, because everybody has a different version of what try or how time travel works and what it is. You've had people go to Back to the Future say, no, that's not how time travel works. You have people that do that. So I enjoyed that. And this is a one time, Jazz. I'd be like, I enjoyed them showing at the end what happens. Could you see a part two of this?
No, I would say
Okay.
we don't need a part two.
It should be, I think it should be left alone. I think it should be left alone as well. I watched The Devil in Ohio. I didn't finish it, but it was a good series from when I was watching it.
What's that streaming on?
It was on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm. I
But
won't be
yeah.
doing too much of that possession stuff because nah, nah, I'd be
um,
good.
um, so do you want to get into the last Demeter, the voyage of the last Demeter, since we haven't really, you
I
haven't
mean,
really.
Dracula and them, like, I thought it was good. Um,
No,
I
you literally just said it's your best movie, so don't just say it was
I said
good.
that between that and Talk to Me
You know
was
you
my
get
favorite.
you know you picking that up and talk to me. Don't lie to me
I mean, the
unless you
suspense,
change. Got you. Perfect.
it could change next month. It might be something else. I have no idea, but I enjoyed it a lot because, and I think I probably told you before the movie even dropped. I was like, man, that movie not even gonna be that good. Like Dracula on a boat, all the motherfuckers are dying. But I thought like the storytelling and the suspense in it was pretty cool. Even though I was just like, chances are everybody's out of here. That wasn't the case. And if anybody has seen this, I'm curious, and I keep saying I'm going to go look into it to see if this story kind of is in relation to Brown Stoker's Dracula that dropped in the 80s with Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder, because she was the love interest, which
Mm.
was fire. So, to all of my vampire Dracula fans, Please educate your sister Jazz over here. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. But one of the sneaky movies, and I don't even know if this is considered like a sneaky horror movie that dropped this year, but
Hmm.
it's on one of my worst horror movies. And I
Hmm.
don't know if you ever got to see it, Infinity Pool.
I have not seen it yet. I have not seen it yet.
It got
I
the
didn't.
girl
I
in
didn't.
it, so I
I
thought
didn't.
you
I
might have
didn't.
had it on your
I didn't.
list.
I didn't rush to it because you was like it was. You know what I'm
You
saying? I didn't really hear nobody. I didn't hear too many people saying, "Hey, go see this."
well, yeah, I know. I thought I was like, all right, if you when you got chance, when you got like 2.5 hours, go check it out. I mean, I might need to be in a different mind state to watch Infinity Pool because I was just so confused. And it kind of Summer, have you seen the movie Men? It was a A24 film that dropped last year. Horror suspense, weird as fuck. But it's one of those leave you like moving your shoulders a little bit, but offbeat. Like you like, damn,
Which
I
one?
don't know. Like, I don't know. Not on beat. Like it's just offbeat.
I mean, which one? Infinity Pool.
Men. No,
Men. Okay,
men.
got you. Got you. Got you. Men. Men.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I feel like Infinity Poor is gonna leave you moving your shoulders too.
got you.
But
No, I liked it. I liked it though. You should definitely see. You should see Men Summer. You should definitely see that. See if you could pick up. See if you pick up on the elements that they was using. That they was using within that. That's one of them. That's one of them ones. You just like, man, what the fuck was I just watching? Like, but it was. I enjoyed it. So this is me saying that. Let me not deter you. Um,
I think
how
the
did
message that was brought into it was important,
it was?
but it's gonna have you like shit. Like have some cartoons ready. And not like cartoons of like you being scared. It's not a horror movie like that. It's like disturbed. Have something ready to be like get you out of that disturbed state. So
Watching Infinity Poll lit. Oh, okay. So that's how she gives it. She's giving tips, pointers on how
man,
to watch it as well. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll get into that. Another movie I want to discuss. I don't think Jazz has seen it. Was Bo is Afraid. She's not going to watch it. I'm not going to tell y'all why, but she's probably not going to watch it. But Bo is Afraid is about a gentleman. If you look up Wiki, it says he has he's schizophrenic. I don't recall them ever saying he was in it. I just felt as if it was a movie about a guy who has high anxiety. He just had a lot of fears that like what when I talk to people that have anxiety, like real high anxiety, I feel like that's what it reminds me of. I've never felt it to the extreme that he did, but his mother passes, or so we think, and he has to go home to visit his mom. So on this journey, you just kind of follow somebody that you really can't, you don't know if you can trust this, you don't know if you can trust this person or not, but you're following this person the entire movie. So he just has a wild 2 or 3 days and just like, bruh, what the fuck is happening? And they said, what is Bo afraid of? Bo was afraid of damn near everything, like literally everything. But one of the most deadliest things was Bo was afraid to bust a nut.
you lying.
Yes,
That's not what
yes, no, no, no. Bo's mother told him that his father passed away from orgasm, and so did his dad, and so did his dad. So it was a supposedly there was a history of this. So Bo was afraid to have sex, but he was in love with this one girl, and he saved himself for her. So I guess he came to the point where he was willing to give himself up for this one woman. And he did. He gave himself up for this one woman, but she died. So yes, they have a scene in this movie where she dies while riding him. It the movie is wild.
so wait. So wait. So wait. So wait. She was riding him and then she died?
Yeah, he supposedly had a condom on. Like first off, he
So
was so first off, before we even get there, he was
I
saving himself for her, right? Right?
but wait, Jason, I got
Go
a
ahead.
joke. So
Tell
at
me.
the funeral, somebody can come up to him and ask, "How did she die?" and he'll say, "On top of me."
Yes, yes, yes.
For
It,
anybody
it
who remembers that line from The Color Purple, because obviously
yeah,
Jason does
I
not.
did. I wasn't. I would. Yeah, no, no, that's not.
Ooh, it's okay. Well, because that was definitely a line from The Color Purple. So I was like, oh, I got to get this off. And Jason don't even remember it. That
I
sucks.
don't. I'm sorry. I'm
It's okay.
sorry. Yeah,
I'm gonna send
but
it to you.
yes, Tori. So he saved himself for this young woman. This young woman did not save herself for him, but that's fine. He didn't. She the promise was for him to, not for her. So okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. We understand. We're not policing bodies. We're not policing people like that. So they get to the room. They feel to do the do. She get the condom out. She put the condom on. She was like, "Oh my god, you just did that so hard. I felt the condom come off, but now I need to finish." And he was just like, "Okay." And he was like, "Oh my god." So the whole time he in the bed, he just thinking like, "Oh, I was I was so afraid that that would have
Wait,
been the."
wait. I got another question. So she was like, he was riding, so it was going so hard that the condom came off.
She said he bust through it, like he came through
Oh,
the condom.
okay. So the condom is off of her, or is it in her? Like, did he go get it, or
She
was
dead.
that?
What different do it make?
Oh, that's true. That damn. When they do the autopsy, that's gonna be wild.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So when she is trying to finish, and he look, and she was like and she just kind of get quiet, and he like laughing. He was like, "Man, I thought I was going." He look up, and she just stuck. Like she done had a stroke, mid orgasm, aneurysm, and that's the it. And they just, and the crazy thing, people just come into the room. They pick her up off the bed, and this when we find out, mom is alive. So, yeah, that movie, the movie is wild. The movie is wild.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that movie is wild, man.
Okay, I can see why you want to talk about that shit. Cause what?
But it's like 3 hours of just dealing with somebody who's afraid of everything. Like, so it's a lot. It took me a week to watch that because I wasn't sitting in one setting watching it because it was just like, man, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, I'm
But yeah,
definitely not gonna check that out. I'm
yeah,
good on that.
it's a lot. It's a lot,
Thank you
man.
for that review. Shout out to you. Album dropping next summer.
But yes, that would. But I mean, what's horror? What's a horror movie without trauma? I think they all have it, right? You just going
No.
into no. What movie? What horror movie doesn't have trauma? You're not gonna be able to name it.
Did Scream one have trauma for you?
For me, no. But Sydney definitely going through a traumatic experience the entire time.
She was laughing in the next movie. I seen it a lot. She was
Jazz,
fine.
because you going through a traumatic situation, you don't laugh.
She was fine.
That's
She
like
was
if you.
telling
That's
jokes,
like
and she had a
Jazz,
boyfriend and
Jazz.
a
If you
successful relationship.
Jazz,
Now the
imagine
trauma was in part three.
Jazz,
She was trauma
imagine
over there.
imagine you a black mother. Your kid is sick, and they laugh. Is your kid still sick or no?
Are they? Is this a Saturday or a Tuesday?
they sick. It don't matter what day it is.
If it's Tuesday, they asses ain't sick. Now if it's Saturday, they definitely sick. Cause now I ain't got nowhere to take them on that Saturday. But on Tuesday, I'm like, look, your ass going to school.
No, no, man.
I mean, he tried to kill her at the end of the movie, but then she felt so relieved after she shot him. She said, "Not in my movie." Boom.
I said a boyfriend tried to kill. Man, look here, man. Every one of these movies, TV shows are traumatic as hell. You're not gonna lie.
But hold on, but some of them are better on the other side of that trauma. You got 10 movies explaining that shit or lying to you, telling you the main villain is a life coach. We going into franchises now. And no, that's not in your notes. But I definitely let you know, like, we going into franchises.
Go ahead, because my nose ended.
Mine too. So I was like, oh, I'm about to throw this a curveball. So I know we always talk about the best horror franchises. It's time to shit on some. Jason. Yes. We not living in denial anymore. Jason. What is the worst horror movie franchise to you?
See, this is a curveball because I ain't even, Jazz. I see how Jazz moving now. I see how she doing these things now.
His face is always
Um,
in a picture, and you just be like, you the slow one out the bunch. But he's one of the oldest with a franchise, but he is definitely the short bus rider.
who you talking about, Jason?
Yes,
We it's like you choose every chance you
every
can to shit
opportunity.
on Jason. Why do
I
you
do.
hate Jason so much?
Friday the 13th is trash, Jason. It's
How
the worst.
you acting like I'm out here trying to defend it?
I know
I'm
you're
not
not.
trying.
I know you're not. But I'm just saying, it's one of the worst
Man,
franchises.
mm,
Am I lying?
no, I don't think I'm gonna go with Leprechaun. I'm
He
going
went
with
to Vegas
Leprechaun.
though.
He went to space. He went to the hood. He done went to a lot of places.
He
I'm
went
going
back to
with
the
the.
hood too.
And he going back. I'm Leprechaun is the worst horror franchise. Like the character is funny in himself, but like nah.
Sigh. Stop lying. Sigh, stop lying. Did he just say Freddy versus Jason was good?
It wasn't horrible.
Y'all just
The Chucky franchise is not bad.
nah, it's not.
The TV show is amazing. Nah, we ain't putting Chucky in there.
Yeah, I can't put Chucky as a terrible franchise. But I will say this because we are getting some prequel projects in the future
Hmm.
for, I believe Jason is getting one because we need something to help save that bum ass motherfucker. And then we also have Pennywise, which is getting a prequel to where you see what, like, I guess the origins of Pennywise.
Hmm.
And so I'm excited for both of those. I would prefer a Jason movie that kind of explains how he got to where he was than just to try to remake the whole thing because a kid that is a hater because he couldn't get no ass and couldn't get a job outside of Camp Crystal Lake is not entertaining.
He was like 13. What kind of ass he supposed to be getting? He didn't have his ass in them books.
He had his ass in that water when he couldn't swim. And he grew up and just start killing people in wild ways. Like, yeah. It was
Chucky ain't meant to be scary. It's like a little slasher film, but it was more so to scare like the kids who was into dolls and things. I feel
yeah.
like
Chucky definitely had me scared of dolls when I was a kid. Chucky, Puppet Master, um, hell, Tales from the Hood, them little nigglets, scary.
yeah. So before we end this, Jazz, what are some movies that must be watched during the Halloween season? You have to see these.
Ooh. Well, I'm gonna take it old school for some of my favorites. If you are, I mean, you throw some Scream out there, slasher, urban legend, Valentine. Even though, of course, it's not Valentine's Day season, but it don't matter. Every slasher got its horror movie on season because we get a new Thanksgiving horror movie coming out, which is kind of wild, but it's a slasher. But Hocus Pocus, that's a good one. Nightmare Before Christmas, which you can double up, watch in October and in December. Of course, Nightmare on Elm Street. And I'll be trying to find like some random Tubi horror movies. I just recently watched a movie that some folks let me know about. It's called Haunt, and I think that's on Prime. I just watched this trash ass movie on Netflix. I have to say what the movie was. It was terrible, like completely trash. Oh, and then that stupid shit you had me watch, The Conference. Don't watch that. I can't deal with Get Out because anything that deals with like race, like, nah, I'm good on that. Let me just, everybody can get it. But Get Out was good though. Get Out was fire. What you got, Jason?
Um, so with me, I've been more so. I feel like I've been trying to catch up, so I can't say I've been watching classics. I've been trying to like the
Story
Get Out.
wild.
So Get Out is a horror movie. Just to double down on what Tori is saying, Boo 1, Boo 2, why did I get married, and especially for color girls, like for color girls, Precious is a horror movie, um, as well. Another,
Every time. T-
uh,
TP always catching strays. Like
yeah, no, you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. Um, so I've been really catching up with horror, but I'm definitely before it ends, I'm gonna pop in Scream. So when it comes to like Scream, I don't necessarily have to watch the entire movie. Um, I always watch the intro. I just like to watching the intro because it's just like, dang, like you know what I'm saying? Like that intro scene is something I might just go on YouTube and watch. I would watch the intro, and I watched the fifth intro as well. Sorry, but I do watch it with Jenna. I enjoyed that as well because I was in the movie. I was just like, bruh, we are back. This shit is back. And I watched the end of Scream 4 because it's just always fucking me up as well. So yeah,
I mean, it was dope.
it was. It was, man. But did you have anything else? Any comments, closing? Because Lee Daniels.
Listen, some of them definitely are. They done made horror movies even though they didn't register it as a horror movie. They tried to cover that shit up with love and family. Like, nah, that's traumatic, Tyler. But nah, I'm definitely glad we were able to have this live to like geek out over horror movies because we always talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been
Mm-hmm.
doing horror movies like all month, but just to get that
That's a classic. That's a classic.
yo
I used to
yeah.
watch that just for the bed scene though.
What is the matter with you? Like, yo.
That's when I was first discovering my. You know what? It don't matter. You can go ahead, Jazz. What you was for to say?
Yes, but definitely thank you so much for everybody for tapping in, chatting with us. We will be doing more lives. Just we had to get one for the horror fest slash whatever the fuck else Jason is calling us.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back pretty soon though, right? We for the
We about to go to things that we are thankful for. An idea
mm,
that you incorporated for November. I'm
mm.
excited. The list is fire.
You want to say,
So
you want to just throw it out. Throw it out there. The things
I
we
mean, oh, let me get my shoulders together. No, I mean, we got Flight with
yes.
Denzel Washington. We got
The first Denzel movie we have reviewed. We've not reviewed a Denzel movie. We gotta do it. So again, things that we are thankful for. Denzel. Bam.
yes, and then I think what else we got? We're doing Harder They Fall because we're not only doing things that we're thankful for just for like the type of movie, but also director, producer, actors
Mm-hmm.
that's in that project. And that was a Regina Hall project that she worked on. So we was just like, we got
Mm-hmm.
to do the Harder They Fall. And now I'm able to lust over Jonathan Majors again. So I'm gonna talk about that back, but respectfully because I respect Black Love with him and Megan. I'd be hating in the corner, but and of course since we're Marvel fans, the Marvels drops
Mm-hmm.
next
Mm-hmm.
week. I cannot wait to review that. We are gonna geek out, and accountability will be held during that episode. It's okay, not just standing up, yo.
We are cracking. Hey, look, you see this. You see this. It has been over a year, and it is time, people. We are holding people accountable. We have the Marvel Bible. We are discussing it. We are getting into it. We gonna talk about it. We are releasing unreleased footage from a
Ah.
conversation that was had behind the scenes. That is coming out, people. That is probably one of the funniest moments that never was seen. But guess what, people? It's coming to the light of day. You guys are the first to hear of this. But we will be discussing this book. We are discussing this book, man. But yeah, we talk about the Marvels. We got one more, Jazz.
Yes, the other one. What is the other movie that we're doing next month?
Big Mama, your arm.
Soul food. That's right.
The family. What's a faith? Fuck the family.
Yo.
Faith, fuck my
Yes.
husband. Yes, we getting into it, baby. We getting into it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Soul food. That was. Whoo. Yeah. Next one gonna be wild.
Next month's gonna be wild. We are planning a live. We have to put that date together, because we getting into Marvel. We getting into Gen V. We getting into Invincible. Because that starts Friday. That starts this Thursday. Or
Yeah.
Friday. I think either Friday, it comes this week. I know that for a fact. I don't. Everybody's been switching their days up. It was Friday at one point. Now shit is on Thursday. I don't know, but just like now, a lot of TV shows, movies that we couldn't get into in the actual podcast, we trying to put it into the live, and we can talk about it. So we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all that's tapping in every week. The people that's coming into the live, y'all been in here, y'all have been asking for it. Um, Man, we just hopefully we can get it to where we can get a lot more people, a lot more participation into it. But either way, thankful, appreciative, and grateful for the listens, the follows, the subscribers. Jazz mentioned it at the top of the episode, but we are looking to reach 500 subscribers on our YouTube page. We're close to 400. We are getting close to 400. We would love to reach that 500 before the year is out. So please share it with your people. My only ask, share it with one person every Tuesday. I say every Tuesday, yes. But share it with somebody. Just share it with somebody. Let them know what we're doing. Let them know we got some black people. They pretty cool. They some goddamn nerds. And they love movies. And they love TV.
And they funny as hell. Don't forget that part.
Don't forget that.
Don't forget that
We
part. Because y'all know y'all
exactly.
be laughing. We be seeing you. When we see you laughing.
But man, I think that's all that I had, Jazz. Did you have anything?
Nah, this was dope. I'm glad how this went. This was shout out to everybody engaging, dropping your favorite movies, and just being here with us. We appreciate that a lot. So, y'all be sure to drop your costumes for tomorrow because tomorrow is Halloween. And also be sure to check out our Tales from the Hood episode. Yes, we have
Yes.
some collabs coming with other podcasts, so please keep a lookout for that. We out here working, like it's crazy.
This is true. And Jazz, I did you in a horror fight. Yeah, Jazz ain't
Ooh,
Jazz ain't shit. Jazz
sorry, I
ain't
didn't
shit.
drop your name. I did not drop your name. So now I'm you starting to look like the person that need to be uplifted.
A person of
It's
interest. A
a
person
person
of
of
interest.
interest. Tori, you can do this.
Get them knives, girl. You go go get your sous
No,
chef.
go get you a damn mouthful of what's some candy corn.
Candy
You got
corn.
this nasty ass candy, man. Oh, and another topic that we are ending this month that was a reoccurring for all of our episodes. Jason lost. The whole thing of is the tip a trap. Yes, it is. Everybody said it was. Sorry, Jason. But to be fair, we did get a lot of people that fuck with rice at breakfast. Blows my mind. I judged every last one of them, but I saw it on multiple platforms from multiple people, and I was just like, "Oh, all right."
She
So,
said, "Watch that candy corn talk." But man, again, this is the Was It Good Though podcast, the podcast about movies and TV shows. I am Jason, and she's Jazz. We appreciate
it
y'all
is
for listening. Deuces.
rice for breakfast is not good, yo.